Yeah, man. Welcome back, folks, to Game 3 of the USWRA Low Point Wheelchair Rugby National Championships. Here in Game 3, we have Irving Outlaws taking on Magee-MedStar. Magee-MedStar is in the blue jerseys, while Irving Outlaws are wearing their double mint gum flavored kit. Here we go with the opening tip-off. Tip-off is bouncing around, but is recovered by Irving Outlaws. Number 2, who's locked up pretty good at half court. He's still pushing, though. He's looking for an outlet, and he doesn't have one. And it's a timeout already for Irving Outlaws. Gabe Garcia on the inbounds for Irving Outlaws. Looking for an outlet. Also waiting on the ref to give him the ball. Now he has the ball and looking for an outlet. Puts the ball out of bounds. That'll be a turnover. MedStar ball. Magee-MedStar ball. Number 2, Robbie will take the inbound for Magee. Put it into Steven, who's driving. Outlaws drop back into a partial key defense, but they don't have their outlet man. So Steven is able to take it around the right side pretty easily for the first try of the game. Ooh, pass from number 2 on Irving Outlaws is deflected and stolen by Nate of Magee-MedStar. Nate was looking for the corner, but he didn't wheel fast enough, so he got blocked out, but he's able to turn around and take it back up the center for his try. Outlaws driving up the court, but the pass is intercepted by Robbie of Magee-MedStar. Robbie works his way back to the left side, gets a good block from Nate, but isn't able to capitalize on it. He's forced into the center of the court and stopped. Magee resets. Pass back to Nate Washington, who gives it back to Nate, who takes it back in for a try. Inbounder for the Outlaws runs out of bounds and commits a turnover. This ball will go right back to Magee-MedStar. Robbie will take the inbound out of the corner for Magee-MedStar. Number 5, Steven takes the ball in for Magee-MedStar. But we have a penalty on the Outlaws. 4 in the key. So number 12 for the Outlaws will go to the sin bin and take a breather. Magee-MedStar, number 9, Nate, takes the inbound. He's spinning around, working his way back out to the right. He's got some blocks, passes it back in to Steven, who takes it in for a try. Outlaws put an inbound deep into number 12, who makes some moves but loses the ball out of the side of the side of the court. Number 9 will inbound the ball for the Irving Outlaws. He gets it into number 15, normally of Sportable, but playing right now for Irving Outlaws. And he takes it in for the Outlaws' first try of the game. Ooh, Nate puts the ball up. Steven is able to come in, recover it, and continue on for the try. Ooh, Ella's pass is picked off by Steven of Magee-MedStar, who's driving it back. He's in the up court, has a blocker with Nate. And a free and clear path to the try line. Inbound is loose. Picked up by Nate of Magee-MedStar. He's in traffic, gets it out to number 22 of MedStar. Backs up. He's looking for an outlet, gets it over to Steven, number 5, who takes it around the left side. But the gap closes up before he can make it. He works back to a center, passes back to number 22, who scores. Outlaws inbound is deflected by Robbie. Recovers it, passes it off to Nate, takes it in for a try. Gabe Garcia takes the inbound for the Outlaws. Works his way back around to the left, puts up a pass. Number 14 is able to recover and take it in for a try. Rishi has the inbound for Magee-MedStar, but he's locked up pretty good, so he passes it back to Robbie, who's taking it up the right side. He's got lots of room. Will he be able to take it all the way in? Oh, he jukes out the defender and keeps the ball all the way for the try. Outlaws inbound was picked off by Magee-MedStar. Pass back to Nate for a try. Outlaws have blocking. They have a drive. Number 12 takes it all the way up. It's just him and Nate. He turns back, cuts back to the left. Magee-MedStar is trying to settle into a key defense, but they're having problems getting all of their plays in there. 12 passes to number 15, who scores a try. Rishi has the inbound for Magee-MedStar. Cuts back to his right. He's trying to work center. Still rolling, but he's looking for an outlet. Bounces the ball after off of his teammate, but touches the ball while he's on the midcourt line for an over and back penalty. Outlaws ball. Number 15 takes the inbound, is able to back his way in for a try. Nate, number 9 for Magee-MedStar, takes the inbound, cuts to the center, puts on some speed, and burns everybody. Pulls up for a little bit to take his time. Now he scores a try. Number 15 for the Outlaws has the ball, is driving up the court into the center. Gets hung up, looks for an outlet, passes to Gabe, who bobbles the ball towards number 12, who is able to recover though. Number 12 passes the ball back to number 15. With a little bit of rubbing, 15 will be able to score a try. Rishi on the inbound for Magee-MedStar. Passes back to Robbie, who has room on the left side of the court. Passes it over to Nate, who gets stopped. Nate passes the ball back to Robbie. Now stopped in the key, but is able to back his way in for a try. Number 15 is driving for the Outlaws, puts up a bump pass, and it's off of the front of Nate's chair, so it will remain Outlaws ball on the front court. Magee-MedStar is playing key defense here. While number 12 for the Outlaws drives, pokes, and tries to find himself a gap. He's running out of time, puts the ball up for 15, but 15 isn't able to bring the ball in. It rolls into the backcourt, and this will be a play clock violation. Magee-MedStar ball. Rishi takes the inbound up high. He's locked up looking for an outlet, taking his time. Tries to wiggle around it, but nothing's doing. He gets it up to Nate. He gets it off to Robbie. Robbie has some room to run, and he has a block from Nate. He has the right side of the key and beats Sebastian. Oh, does not beat Sebastian in. Sebastian pushes him out on the side for a turnover instead of a try. Outlaws inbound, bounces off of Robbie's wheel. He's scrambling for it. Rishi is able to recover the ball, puts a pass up to Nate. But instead the ball goes wide and is recovered by Outlaws number 15, who then takes it, passes it off to number 12, who rolls in for a try. Nate has the inbound for Magee-MedStar. Driving up the right side of the court. He's looking for an outlet. Rishi is there, but he's not in the right place. The ball bounces off an Outlaws player. We got a loose ball down on the floor. Who's going to come up with it? Rishi is fighting with it. We have a jump ball. It will remain Magee-MedStar ball. Rishi takes the inbound while the Outlaws drop into their key defense. Rishi makes a drive at the center, but his stop puts the pass up, but the pass is deflected by Sebastian out of bounds. It will be Outlaws ball. Looks like it must have bounced off of Nate's wheel on its way out of bounds. Sebastian puts up a deep pass for number 15, who fumbles it and isn't able to recover. Robbie doing a great job blocking 15 out so he can't recover that ball. Rishi once again takes the inbound, passes it back to Robbie. Robbie works up deep pass for Nate. Nate has the ball and he is driving. It's a race, but Rishi's coming up to give him some assistance. Nate's backing up, lets Rishi come in and give him a block. Following his way around Robbie and takes it in this time for a try. Number 12 is racing against the clock to see, but he does not dribble. There's some new rules in USWRA. Any of the player clocks that used to be allow you 10 seconds to do an action, i.e. dribble or inbound, are now 8 seconds. So he must now dribble the ball once every 8 seconds or pass the ball once every 8 seconds. Rishi has the inbound for Magee-MedStar. Pulls up in the backcourt. Looks like he will just let the clock expire here on the first quarter. So at the end of the quarter, Magee-MedStar has 13 and the Irving Outlaws 6. It has certainly been all Magee-MedStar so far in this game. But credit to the Irving Outlaws for keeping in the fight and battling back in to narrow this lead down to 6. If you'll notice, Irving Outlaws are a bit of a hodgepodge of different players from a bunch of different teams. It's not really uncommon in this sport to have kind of pickup teams pop up, especially if you have people in the area who have a few players that want to play but don't quite have enough to make a team. They may actually draw in some players from other teams to help fill out the roster. Obviously, they're not going to be contenders for the championship or anything, but it gives other players a little more wheel time if they want it, and gives some of these Irving local players a chance to actually get out and play rugby. Number 12 has the ball for Irving Outlaws. He's driving on the right side of the key. Cuts back around the left. Rishi has his eyes on him. Rishi is playing a little bit outside of the key. Right up on that top line. 12 passes it back to Whitaker. He's able to roll in for the try for the Outlaws. Rishi has the inbound. Looks to cut around the baseline, but the gap closes up on him. He gets stopped in the backcourt. He was looking for outlets, doesn't have any, so he calls a timeout. Rishi takes the inbound for MedStar Magee again. Drives toward the key with Nate on his right and Robbie on his left. Cuts around to the left, is able to roll in just inside the cone for a try. Ooh. That Outlaws inbound wasn't able to be recovered. Bounces off number 12's wheel, so it will be Magee-MedStar's ball. Nate takes the inbound. Everyone is taking shots at Nate, but he's working his way around anyway. Puts a pass back up to Rishi. Rishi's got all the time in the world to bring that pass in and score a try. Outlaws inbound goes to number 12. He's locked up on the left side of the court, but is able to work himself a little free. He was looking for 15 on the pass. Instead, is picked up by Sebastian, who takes it in for a try. Rishi passes back to Nate. Nate gets hemmed up by number 12, so he puts up a bump pass. Sebastian gets a hand on it. Nobody recovers it, so that will be a 12-second violation. Outlaws ball. Sebastian inbounds to number 12 for the Outlaws. Tries to bash himself through on the right. Doesn't find anything, so puts his pass over the top to Gabe Garcia, who scores the try. Nate Ball was the inbound, was able to recover it though. Gets the ball back to Robbie to drive up court. Robbie's driving up the right side, cuts back into the center. He's following Rishi and his blocks in. Tries to pass to Rishi, but the pass is deflected by number 12. Recovered by number 20 of the Outlaws. Sebastian has the ball in the front court. Trying to wheel his way out, but he's stuck. Rishi's got hands on the ball. It's going to be a jump ball. After that jump ball, it will be a Magee-MedStar ball. Rishi drives looking for the C gap. Instead cuts to B, but is stopped, so he passes back out to Nate. Nate cuts back in, looks for the C gap, but he also gets stopped before he can get pay dirt. Looking for an outlet. Does he have one? He does not, so they call a timeout. Robbie takes the inbound for Magee-MedStar. Waits for Nate to come on and take up the block of Sebastian for him. He's rolling around to the right side. The corner closes up on him, so he puts in a pass. That goes to nowhere. Well, it doesn't matter because that's the end of the half. At halftime, the score is Magee-MedStar 15, Irving Outlaws 9. Correction, that was not the end of the half. That was the end of the shot clock. But the score is still Magee-MedStar 15, Irving Outlaws 9. We have a loose ball. Nate is trying to keep number 12 from getting to it, but he isn't quite able to do it. 12 for the Outlaws, gets the ball and calls timeout. Number 12 is able to find his way in on the right side of that corner for a try. Sebastian picks up the pass, puts up a bump pass deep. Let's see, can 12 pull it in? 12 does pull it in time to get the try. Good hustle, number 12. Magee has the ball in the court mostly to himself. Until now, he gets picked out by a couple of defenders. Gets the pass over to Nate. Rolls in for the try. Outlaws inbound, bounces around off a few players. Nate swipes it back in to keep it from going out of bounds. Now the ball's on the floor. Nate's trying to recover, but he's getting jammed up by USWRA, number 22 for the Outlaws. We have another jump ball, folks. It will be Outlaws ball this time. Sebastian on the inbound to Gabe Garcia. Gabe's works his way back around left to center court. Looking for a pass, tries to put up to 11, but it's intercepted by Robbie on Magee-MedStar. Now Robbie's looking for an outlet. He finds an outlet in Nate. He takes it in for a try. Another inbound challenged by Magee-MedStar, and it goes off an Outlaws player, so it will be Magee-MedStar ball now. Robbie has the ball, working his way back around to center court. Drops the ball back off to Rishi. Comes back around to the left. Looking for a corner. Now he's looking for the B gap. Now he tries to go back to the corner, but it gets stopped. But he's able to work his way back around. He has that corner and the try. Inbound goes to USWRA, number 22 with the Outlaws. Working his way up the right side of the court. His pass is intercepted by Rishi. Gets the ball back to Nate. Nate looks at the goal, but cuts back out. Now he cuts back in and has the center all to himself. Sebastian on the inbound for the Outlaws. Puts it out to USWRA, number 22. Where it cuts back in, passes the ball back out to number 12. Who puts it up, puts a long pass out there for Sebastian. Sebastian is able to roll it in and get the try. What a great push by Sebastian. Outlaws pass is fumbled, picked up by number 12 for the Outlaws, who rolls it all the way back to add another try onto this board. Nate has the inbound for Magee-MedStar. Cuts back to the center of the court. Works his way up to the left. Gets cut off by Wary. Picked up by Sebastian. Now he's backs out of that, passes the ball off to Rishi. Rishi's looking around on the right, trying to see if he can sneak in, but that gap is closed. Now he's looking for an outlet. Gets it out to Robbie in the center of the court, but Robbie is not able to score in time. The shot clock expired. Inbound goes to Rishi. Cuts his way off to the right side of the court and is able to squeeze his way in for a try. Number 12 has the inbound for Outlaws. Was looking for Gabe Garcia on a long pass, but it's picked off by Nate. Magee-MedStar. Nate's driving, passes it back out to Robbie. Robbie puts it over to Rishi, but Rishi isn't able to bring it in. It rolls out of bounds for a turnover. Outlaws ball. Number 12 airs out a long pass, but it's picked off by Nate of Magee-MedStar. He drives it back himself to the left side into the front court. And 12 gets stopped by 12. He puts up a pass to Rishi. Rishi goes over Rishi's back again and is recovered by the Outlaws. Number 22 then gets it to Sebastian. Sebastian puts it back over the top to number 12 for a try. Robbie has the inbound for Magee-MedStar. Airs it out to Nate, who will take the ball in bounds. Gets hooked up by Sebastian. He's able to break free. He's looking for an outlet. Finds Rishi around midcourt, who passes the ball up, finds Robbie for a try. Outlaws take a timeout so they can advance the ball up. We only got 3 seconds left in this quarter. Will they be able to get some points out of this half? We got a long inbound coming. Nate comes up, gets a hand on it, isn't able to bring it in, so the ball goes back out. But the quarter is over. So at halftime, the score is Magee-MedStar 22, Irving Outlaws 12. Looks like we have a score adjustment going on here, folks. Let me update my my overlay. Welcome back for the second half of Game 3 of the USWRA Low Point Wheelchair Rugby National Championships, hosted by Rise Adaptive. We've had another score adjustment or score correction done over the halftime. It is Magee-MedStar 22, Outlaws 14. Out of bounds off of the Outlaws. It will remain Magee-MedStar ball. Nate takes the ball in for a try for Magee-MedStar. Steven takes the ball in straight up the left side of the key for another Magee-MedStar try. Number 15 on the inbound for the Outlaws gets it to number 12. Works his way around Robbie and just pushing his way hard up the left side of the court. Gets jammed up by Nate, loses a ball. Recovered by Steven, who then puts the ball, a deep pass back up to Nate. Nate recovers it but has to call timeout before it runs out of bounds. Nate takes the inbounds for Magee-MedStar, and the passes are right back to Steven for a try. Takes the inbound for Outlaws. Cuts his way back and forth, rolls in, gets a block from number 15 to work his way toward the center, but then he cuts back to the right. He's still on the right side and working his way just inside that cone for a try. Nate takes the inbound for Magee-MedStar. Puts a nice deep pass up for Robbie to score the try. We got a turnover and a loose ball. Nate gets a hand on it, slaps it towards Steven, who's able to recover it for Magee-MedStar. He signals his players for Robbie to get down court. Robbie picks up the pass, gets stopped by Whitaker, but then dumps it off to Nate for a try. Magee-MedStar calls a drop into the key for their defense. While number 12 pokes around to try and find himself a gap. He's checking the C gap, works his way back toward the B gap, is able to get in behind Robbie for the try just as the play clock expires. Oh, deep pass put down for Nate. Nate brings it in for another try. Inbounds goes to number 15 for the Outlaws. He's tucked down, working it, gets the pass back to number 12. Number 12 is cutting back across to the left side of the court. Airs out a pass, but it's picked off by Robbie of Magee-MedStar. Now Robbie is driving back up along the left side of the court. He's got blockers, passes back to Nate. Nate picks up a block from Steven to take it in on the left side of the key for a try. Number 12 airs it out, but he's too late. That's a 12-second penalty on the Outlaws. Magee-MedStar ball. Magee-MedStar will take the ball inbounds on their side of the court. Steven has the ball. Ready for his team to move into position. Nate dives into the key. He's looking for a pass. Steven is working his way back around. He gets that pass. It's deflected, but the deflection puts it right in Nate's hands. Nate passes back out to Robbie, who exits the key. Magee-MedStar is resetting. Nate dives back into that A gap while Steven rolls to the right side. But he bobbles the ball as he's bringing in the pass, so it is no goal. Number 12 for the Outlaws has the ball and is charging again. He has Robbie on and puts over a pass to Sebastian. Sebastian draws the ball in, looks to pass back, but it's deflected by Robbie. Sebastian winds up with the ball again, looking for an outlet. He gets the ball back to number 12, or attempts to get the ball back to number 12. But number 12 loses the ball. It will be Magee-MedStar ball on the far sideline. Inbounds goes to Steven, number 5 for Magee-MedStar. He tries to put a pass out, but the pass is intercepted by number 12 of the Outlaws. Number 12 attempts to pass to number 22, Wary, but Wary can't bring it in, loses it out of bounds. It'll be Magee-MedStar ball. Deep pass off the inbound to Nate down in the front court. Nate makes the pass and pulls back up. Gets the ball back to Robbie. Robbie's looking for a way to score. There's nothing on the right side, so he's working back his way center. Goes to the top and then cuts back under. Looking for the middle, nothing there. But gets called for 8 seconds, no dribble. That'll be a turnover. Outlaws ball. Number 12 takes the inbound and just burns the entire court all the way for a try on the other end. Robbie gets the ball into Steven. Number 12 lets him go, so Steven takes advantage and starts pushing. He's coming back center. Puts the ball up to Nate in the center. Nate's got the ball. Looking around, he's still staying around the center. Looking to find his way to cut around, and he does. Works himself in, takes his time, and scores that try. Ooh, Sebastian's bump pass on the inbound was deflected by Steven out of bounds. It will remain Outlaws ball. Inbound from Gabe Garcia to Sebastian. Sebastian is working his way up the right sideline. Nobody's making a move on him yet, but here comes Nate. Nate corrals him on the sideline. Gabe Garcia comes in, but Sebastian loses the ball. Picked up by Steven. Steven drives back across to the front court, and he will take this one all the way in. Gabe Garcia takes the inbound for the Outlaws. Then it passes back to number 12, who's got himself a sweep going on, but he airs it out instead and is picked off by Steven. Steven passes the ball back to Nate. He takes it off to the left side, then passes it back to Steven for the try. Sebastian is working that sideline, or working that end loan. Unfortunately, he moved himself into a meter violation. So that will be a turnover. Magee-MedStar ball. Magee-MedStar inbound goes to Steven. Pass back to Robbie. On the left sideline, Robbie brings it up top, but cuts back in. Beats Gabe around the back for a try. Rory, number 22 for the Outlaws, driving up behind some blockers up to the center. Passes to Sebastian, but Sebastian can't bring it in. He bumbles it and loses the ball to Robbie. Robbie puts a ball, or Steven puts a ball up, but it floats. Luckily for him, it bounces off Gabe Garcia's wheel, so we'll stay Magee-MedStar ball. Steven has the inbound, looking for space on the left side of that key. There is none. So he puts a pass into Nate. Nate makes the pass, but gets jammed up in the key. Nate passes to Robbie. Ooh, Robbie brings in the pass, but he has been in the key for 10 seconds. Was not able to score, so therefore it is a turnover. Outlaws ball. Gabe Garcia inbounds to number 12. He stopped low, but dumps the ball off to Wary, who's taking it up the right side of the court. Wary gets stopped in the front court, takes a breather, puts the ball up to 12, but it bounces off the front of his chair. We have another struggle for the ball on the floor. It will be a jump ball. Stays Outlaws ball, though. Gabe's inbound was a little too much for Sebastian to be able to bring in. Goes out of bounds on the baseline. It will be Magee-MedStar ball. A bobbled inbound off of Steven leaves to Sebastian, recovering the ball and making a break for the try line. He gets around Steven on the top end, but loses the ball in the process. So that's another turnover. Ball goes back to Magee-MedStar. There's a lot of traffic coming out of the quarter. Nate has the ball, puts a pass up for Robbie on the right side. Robbie puts a pass up, but it's not long enough to get into the front court. It's contested by number 22, and now it's back down on the ground. Steven has a hand on it, and Steven has recovered it. Steven passes back out to Robbie. Robbie makes a break for it, but does not score the try in time. That is the end of the third quarter. The end of the third quarter, Magee-MedStar has 33 points. The Irving Outlaws have 17. Sounds like from the ref that they'll be doing a running clock here in the fourth quarter, so we can close this game out a little bit quicker. Initial inbound in the quarter goes nowhere. Rishi attempted, was defensed by Sebastian. Ball bounces back out of bounds. This time Rishi brings in the pass. And then commits an over and back penalty. Rishi kind of forgot where he was on the court for a moment and actually committed a couple of overback penalties if you were watching closely. Whitaker takes the inbound for the Outlaws and works his way through traffic for a try. Nate has the ball and charges up the center of the court. Picks up a block from Robbie and will continue all the way in for his own try. Deep pump pass for the Outlaws. Picked up by Sebastian, but he has nowhere to go, so he passes it back to number 15. Gets across the half-court line, then is immediately stopped by Nate. So he dumps the ball back off to number 12, who cuts through and scores an easy, uncontested try. Rishi has the ball for Magee-MedStar. He's stuck down low. Oh, what a great defensive play by Sebastian. Gets a hand on the ball so Rishi can't throw it or dribble it or do anything, and Rishi ends up with 8-second no dribble penalty. So that's a turnover. It will be Outlaw ball. Number 12 commanding the ball for Outlaws right now. Nate comes out to defend him, gets himself caught up, so Robbie comes to join him. Stops them both high, but Robbie drops back into the key. 12 goes for the B gap, but doesn't have it. Puts up a pass, it bounces around. Now eventually recovered by Nate of Magee-MedStar. It bounces it to Robbie, gets it back from Robbie. Now he's pushing up the court. Nate goes around 15, but then is caught under 12, passes it up to Sebastian. Sebastian makes the catch, works his way backwards around Rishi, but calls timeout. Couldn't get off Rishi to score the try or found himself an outlet. Number 12 takes the inbound for the Outlaws. Drives partway up the court. Airs it out for Gabe Garcia. Gabe takes the pass, then passes back to Wary, number 22, who works his way around Robbie for the try on the right side. Nate works his way up the court with the ball, then airs out a pass to Robbie. Robbie takes it and dumps it off to Rishi. Rishi misses it, but is able to recover and grab the ball without going out of bounds. Now Rishi will drive it in for his own self, and he scores the try. Gabe airs out a bump pass, but it's lands right in Robbie's lap of Magee-MedStar. He will drive it back up the left side of the key for a try. Number 15 for Outlaws takes the inbound, passes it back to Gabe Garcia. Gabe's looking for a pass, but it wasn't there, so he keeps it instead. And Gabe will keep pushing all the way across the court till Rishi turns him around. Now he cuts back. He's got number 15, so he passes to him, and the Outlaws score a try. Number 12 works his way across through the C gap for a goal. Robbie takes the ball from Magee-MedStar, tries to pass to Nate, but Nate can't bring the pass in. It's off the tip of his fingers. Now it's bouncing around the floor. 22 is trying to bring it up, but he doesn't have it either. And we have ourselves another jump ball. Number 12 for Outlaws cuts back around, gets blocked in the C gap, so he dumps it off to Nate, who scores a try. Correction, Gabe. Easy inbound to Gabe Garcia, who rolls right in for the try on that one. Ooh, Rishi passes the ball back to Robbie, who attempts to get a bump pass on it, but it's broken up by Wary. Wary takes the ball now, and he's driving back for the Outlaws. It gets hung up on Nate. Passes back to number 12. Works his way through the crowd. Gets himself around number 22. Now he challenges Rishi on the corner, but Rishi hooks him and gets his hands on the ball. Rishi puts up a pass to Robbie, but Robbie can't bring it in. Saved by Nate and taken in for, will this be the last try of the game? No, we have 8 seconds left. where he has the ball for the Outlaws and is driving, puts up a bump pass to no one in particular. But it doesn't matter because that's the end of the game. With the final score, Magee-MedStar defeats the Irving Outlaws by a final score of 37-22. Thank you for joining us for Game 3 of the USWRA Low Point Wheelchair Rugby National Championships. I hope you enjoyed Game 3. Next up, we have Tier Texans taking on the Grand Rapids Thunder. This should be a good one, folks. It's actually a rematch of the very first USWRA Low Point National Championship a couple years ago. We'll see how it works out this time. Catch you in a few minutes, folks. Oh, hi, buddy. Hi. I don't know here.